in times like World War II, if you went out of harbour in a ship, you were basically at war. You always had the sea to consider, which was an enemy in itself, but in addition to that, you can get attacked at any time, from under the water, on the water, or over the water. It isn't the same as the idea that you can put land forces into a combat zone and then withdraw them. I think the most difficult thing to do must be close combat on land, and that is intense in a way that almost nothing else is. But naval warfare can be very intense, but it's also more unremitting. What that force did was it was enforcing the sanctions program on Iraq and the regime of Saddam Hussein. And it had two key roles. One was to ensure that nothing went into Iraq that breached the restrictions on arms, in particular weapons and materials that could be made up into weapons of mass destruction going into Iraq, but also to ensure that Iraq wasn't earning funds which weren't basically authorised and approved by the United Nations. So we had a control function of monitoring everything that was going in, which required extensive boardings of up to 8 to 10 merchant ships a day on busy days. And that meant that if nothing was happening, you were winning. And that's really one of the things that often people don't understand about what navies do and how they operate. Sometimes it's the absence of events that means you're being successful.